Hey guys, it is Kelly, your bougie big back nail tech here today. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my pricing sheet breakdown. So keep following along if you want to see how I break down my pricing for all of my nail sets. Guys, so here is my service pricing breakdown. I printed this out and I put it in just a 3-ring binder sheet protector because it makes it easier for me to write everything out. I do a full breakdown, total over here, a breakdown of every little part of the service with a total here, and I write it with a Sharpie, and Sharpie washes off with rubbing alcohol. So I just write whatever I want on here. I take a picture, I send it to my clients, and then when I'm done, I spray it with alcohol, wipe it off, and it's ready to go for my next client. So in this case, this is the length that we're going to be pricing out, which they said long, which is about a 5 to 6 magnets, which, let me explain magnets for you. See here on my sheet, how I measure. Short is 1 to 2 magnets, medium is 3 to 4, long 5 to 6, etc. Anything over 12 is considered extendos, and that's on a case-by-case basis. So let's say my client wants 5 magnets. I would take 5 of these, just like this, put them on the end of my tip cutter right here in the center, okay? The client's fingertip is going to be right here on the, you're not going to push really hard, just real light, touch the tip of their finger. The tip of the nail tip will go through this cutter, and then when you cut, boom, that's your 5 magnets. Here is, I have a little fake finger with a tip on it, so you can see, here's an example. Go to the end of the finger, right there, cut my tip, there you go, that's 5. See how that might be confusing without actually seeing real measurement in front of you. Like, you know, some people may think, oh, I want my nails 1 inch long or a 1/2 inch. So this can help too. Now, these are not exactly, I believe these are more of a metric measurement, but since we use imperial system here in the States, I'm just gonna kind of have to break it down so that way you can kind of see. Now, these are magnets, so they're gonna stick to this tape measure really well. But you can see here, if I put it on this line, if this is the beginning, you can see roughly 1.5 is just about 1/8 of an inch long. So if you wanted 1/4 of an inch, it would be about 2.5. So I would either cut 3 really tightly or 2 very loosely. If you wanted 1/2 inch long nails, that would be a perfect 5. See that right there? And then here we go, 10 is just about 1 inch. It's a teeny tiny bit over, but hopefully that kind of helps you understand like the lengthwise. Each one of these is approximately, it's just under 1/8 of an inch. We have the length established. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. We were going to do 5, which is considered long. So I'm going to do a little mark, and then I'll usually circle the price. Now, if you notice in the photo, we have 1, 2, 3 Frenchies on one hand, 3 on the other. Now, hypothetically, I don't know what the thumbs look like, but odds are they're going to want French on the thumb as well. So we're going to go ahead and do 4 Frenchies on each hand. Now, if you'll notice here, this is the price: French, chrome, cat eye, foil, sugaring, stickers, ombre, encapsulation. It is $1 per finger for small, $2 per finger for medium, $3 for long. So since we're going to be doing long and we have 8 fingers with French, we're going to do 8 times 3, which is going to be $24 for the French. Now, here's an example of a combo. This photo does not have it, but imagine we had an encapsulation and French. This would double because encapsulation plus French would be $6 per finger because we have 2 of these options chosen. Does that make sense? So you would take each one of these options with the length that you've chosen and multiply it. So if we were doing a, let's say French with sugaring, it would be $3 per finger for French plus $3 per finger for sugaring. So total of $6 per finger for both. I hope that makes sense. The next thing that's obvious in this photo is going to be the gems and the jewels. Now, each finger is going to be different. When you're doing a jeweled French, you are paying for crystals plus a charm, plus there's going to be a glitter French painted underneath there just to help cover for any gaps in the rhinestones. This one I would gauge as a simple. It's just a couple little flowers plus, you know, a couple of rhinestones. So if you see here on my rhinestones, nail art, charms, simple, $1 and up per nail, it is based on length. Now, being this isn't an insane finger, I would classify this pinky as the $1 for me. So that's, again, that's me. Another nail tech might charge more, but this is my personal choice, the way that I do my pricing. Now, when we start getting into this finger, this is going to be more of the full custom. So this is going to be $5 and up per nail based on length. Moderate to me would be more along this lines. We have a larger charm here, larger charm here, and here. So these would be like between $3 and $5. This one I would say is $3, and this one I would price at $5 per finger. So if we're doing 2 fingers with full custom, we're going to go to, 2 fingers times $5 each. So this is going to be $10 for the, see if I could write today, $10. We have 2 moderate nails. We're going to do $3 each times 2 nails, which is going to be $6. We're going to have the pinkies, which I'm classifying as simple. Now, this doesn't include the Frenchie either. So you have to remember this nail technically is going to be an extra $1 per finger of that pinky because we've already done the French down here. So now we're adding for these rhinestones. Same with these fingers. We already counted the French in this cost. So now we're figuring out the rhinestones. So we're going to do simple, and we have 2 nails with simple, which is going to be times $1. So it's going to be an extra $2 for the pinkies. Now, again, I don't know yet what she's going to want on the thumbs. Traditionally, most people match the thumb to the pinky. So I'm actually going to go ahead and double that and just say 4, because we're going to do the thumbs and the pinkies. So then this is actually going to be $4 here, a $4 upcharge. So now I've got 4 fingers at $1, I have 2 fingers at $3, and then I have 2 fingers at $5. Now I missed 2 fingers somewhere in here, and I realized that I forgot to count the pointer finger with the full custom. To me, this is a $5 nail each for these 2 and for these 2. So I actually need to change this number to 4 because we're going to be doing 4 fingers at $5, which is going to make this 20. Is how easy. I put a little bit of alcohol on here because I want to clean up this messy one here. Since we changed this to 4 at $5, look how easy that wipes off. Easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean this one off because it's also very messy. But you can see how easy it gets that Sharpie off there. So now I have 4 at $1 each. So this one's going to be $4. And then this one we were going to do 4 at $5 each. So this one's going to be 20. And technically I wrote this one backwards. It should be 2 fingers at $3, but 3 times 2, 2 times 3, it's going to equal 6 no matter what. Now we want to figure out the toes. So she wants acrylic toes, but no pedicure. So I charge $50. So we're going to mark this guy here and mark him. Now she wants French to match. So that's going to be an additional $10. So I'm actually going to write that in the other here, $10 for French toes. Okay. So now my hands total is 65. That's for the length. Feet total is going to be 60 because we have the 50 for the acrylic toes and 10 for the French. So 60 for the feet total. Now we're going to total our add-ons. So let me get my little calculator brain. So we got 20, 26, 30, 40, $54. So we have 54 in add-ons total. So now we can add our 65 to 60 to 54. It's going to be our subtotal. So we're going to have 9, 5, 0, and 4. That's going to be 9. Then we have 6 and 6 is 12, plus 5 is going to be 17. So our subtotal right now is 179. I do offer discounts sometimes for like loyalty, referral discounts, and sometimes, you know, it could be any reason. Sometimes I'm running specials. So this is where I would put in anything like a deduction, or if they added something at the last section, at the last second. So right now I don't have any discounts or promotions going on. So the grand total for this set would be $179. That would be this set with a long length plus matching acrylic toes. Now, if she wants to add charms to the toes, that's also an additional charge, but at this point we just discussed French. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I would break down my pricing. I hope that this helps. And again, please feel free to message me anytime you guys have questions. But if you are sometimes like me and impatient and you want an answer right away and I'm not available, hopefully this will kind of help at least guide you in the right direction. If you miss one little thing, you know, and it's $5, it's no big deal, but this will at least give you a breakdown and a better understanding of how I charge for my services. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great day. Bye.